Morning. Hello, it's Ann with the Graceful Yogi. Today's class is going to be 50-50. So it is a 50-50 class. Half the class will be yoga and the other half will be Pilates. And today we're not going to use a prop. So in the Pilates portion, but do bring your yoga box if you want to. I have a blanket, little meditation pillow. So we're just going to start the class with a little meditation and a little bit of breathing. So let's come down to our mat and place our feet in front of us and cross your legs if that's available to you. There's all kinds of modifications you can do in yoga, especially if you're not comfortable with your legs crossed in front of you. You can actually sit in a chair too. Okay, hands on top of the knees and just settle your mind for a moment and sit up kind of nice and tall. Let your shoulders kind of roll back behind and down the back of you as you sit up nice and tall. I'm going to close my eyes a moment, set my intention for my class today. Could be any thought, any idea, anything that you want to bring into the world during the day, or if you want to open up some part of your body, you want to open up your heart, your mind, be kind, be more stretchy, more flexible, your breath, deepening your breath, anything. Just set one little intention for class. We'll take an inhale through the nostrils. And exhale. Nice and slow and even breath. Inhaling again. And exhale. Inhale again. And exhale. Inhale 4. And exhale. Inhale again. And exhale. Pause here. I'm thinking about the crown of my head reaching taller, my knees opening a little bit wider, my hips, I want to let them kind of fold forward a little bit, stronger, longer in the spine. Gently open up the eyes. Let's place our hands right in front of us. Drop the wrists down. Get a nice little stretch there and then reach the palms up nice and tall. And now draw the wrists down. Find that beautiful little flexion, stretching, reaching up tall. With an inhale and exhale, coming down nice and slow. We'll do 2 more, inhaling up and exhaling down. Last one, inhale up and exhale down. Beautiful. And now I'm just going to roll my wrists. Do some little wrist circles forward and now reverse the wrist circles. Beautiful. And I'm going to open up my arms nice and wide into a big, beautiful T. And then I'm going to turn the right palm up, let that left palm stay down, and then reverse and just find some nice lubrication, lubing up the shoulders, kind of moving them, stretching the arms apart from each other as you move, breathing into it. Nice. And then come on down. Place that right palm down to the mat. Reach the left arm up and side bend over to your right. Feel what's good to you. If you can bend that right elbow a little bit and slide a little deeper into that side bend, go right ahead. Maybe look at the palm, reach a little bit more. And then release, big wide release with that left arm. Place the left hand down the mat. And now reach the right arm up and over. Nice, beautiful stretch. Think about that right knee coming towards the mat as you bend the left elbow and hinge a little bit more to the left. Maybe look up at the palm, wiggle the fingers. And then reach that arm nice and wide. Beautiful. Let's lift up our knees, extend our legs out in front, and we can kind of pat, hit our thighs, hit the sides, the hips. Beautiful. All right, let's come to standing. I want to do a little bit of calisthenics to kind of warm up a little bit. So your legs are going to be a little wider than hip width apart. Your arms are going to be out into a T. And we're just going to bend forward and tap the left fingertips to the right toes and then over to the left. Maybe open the legs a little bit more to the right and to the left. Knees can bend. Just find a rhythm here. We're going to kind of warm up the whole body. Find your nice little bend. Nice and easy. Don't be stiff. Kind of breathing into it. Warming up. Little calisthenics for this morning. Yeah. And we'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And come up to standing, put your arms down, bring the feet together, and pause a moment there. Maybe your eyes are closed a little bit and just sort of feel the expanse of what was going on, your breath work, your muscles moving. Great. All right. Open up the eyes and let's come to the back of our mats. We're going to do some roll down sun salutations. So I'm going to take my feet together. I'm going to inhale, raise the arms up to the ceiling. And now bend the wrist and roll on down one vertebrae at a time. Open up the feet at the bottom and just hang your head. Forward fold, just hang the head. Hang out here. Hang with me. And now just easy, gentle little monkey arms out into your downward dog. But you can pedal and bend and just kind of find your first little downward dog. Shifting the hips back. Pedaling, you can pause and like press the right heel down, lifting the left heel off the mat. And then reverse, other side. Left heel down, right heel up. And do a couple more of those on your own. And just feel yourself shifting back when you press that heel into the mat. If you need to use or want to use your blocks, go right ahead underneath your hands.
Beautiful. And now can you pause in your downward dog? I'm going to move my palms just a little bit towards my toes, shift my weight a little bit back. And my upper back doesn't curl a lot, but it doesn't stay in a cat position. So you just want to line up that whole back, nice, smooth back, not dropping the chest forward. You just want to have it nice and gentle. The head is looking in between the knees. Beautiful. Now lift the head, and can you walk your hands or walk your feet in between your hands, coming forward? Slightly bend the knees, and then roll yourself up one vertebra at a time, gentle, 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 until you're standing at the top of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Reach up, reach up. Fingertips are clasped, the 2 forefingers, squeeze the bum, lengthen up to the ceiling. And now open up their arms and do a forward, flat back, diving forward. Hands can come right on top of those knees. And then forward fold. Open up the feet, hip width apart. Bend the knees slightly, let the head drop down a little bit more. And now step back with the right foot and then the left foot into your downward dog. Again, pedal if that feels good to you. Just slowly waking up the body, saying hello in a downward dog. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Find your dog on your mat. And now walk those hands back towards your feet. Bring the feet together. We're going to do a nice little chair pose here. So the feet are together, the knees are together. Slightly bend the knees, fingertips kind of just draw onto the mat as you reach the arms up to halfway standing, and then sit back down. Chair pose. Squeeze the knees together. Squeeze the knees together. Sitting in a chair pose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up really tall. Reach up, and now look forward, and then bend those wrists and start to roll on down one vertebra at a time. Take your time. Drop the head. Open up the feet. Forward fold. Grab your hands behind the calf. Drop the head a little bit further. Beautiful. And now slowly just walk those hands out like a little monkey into your downward dog, third set. I'm still kind of doing my pedaling because it just feels natural. Beautiful. Can we lift our right leg off the mat? Toes point down. Just lift the leg up. Three-legged dog. That's all we're doing, lifting the leg up. Draw the knee into the chest. Draw the right knee into the chest. Your shoulders are right above those wrists. And now put that right leg up behind you, super high in the sky if that's available. Point the toe. And now draw nice and slow into second set. Little knee into the chest. Abdominal work here. Shoot the leg back 2. And now here's 3. We're just going to do 3. Hold it here. And now shoot the leg up. And then bring that right leg down to the mat. Let's stay with me if you can. Lift the left leg off the mat, just easy. Toes point down. And now draw the left knee into the chest. And now lift that left leg up, 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 up to the ceiling, point the toe. And now draw the left knee in two. And lift it up, nice and tall. Push the hands back. And now last set here, knee into the chest, hold it. Last one, leg up to the air, up to the ceiling. And now bring that left foot down to the mat. Move a little bit in your dog. And now draw the knees down to the mat, knees nice and wide, slide into your first child's pose. Forehead onto the mat, arms can be stretched nice and long or they can be relaxed. Maybe fingertips by the eyes. Take some nice breaths in here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhaling again. And exhale. Beautiful. Lift the head off the mat, walk the hands towards the knees, bring the knees together. We're going to do a little bit of side stretching, so I want you to walk the hands out again. And your torso is trying to come down to the knees. The head isn't on the mat yet. Can you walk your hands over in a nice big moon, half moon to the right? Over to the right, and then maybe drop your left side of your face, your head, into your left arm, and just find that beautiful little stretch here. Lifting the head off the arm, draw the fingers, the palms back to center. Pause there a moment, center, push the palms, try to get your hips on your heels. And now let's walk those hands over to the left side. And now we just kind of drop the right side of the head into that right arm. Find that stretch all on the right side of your body. Inhaling. Exhaling. Draw yourself back up. The hands come back to the front. And now just draw your forehead down to the mat, or maybe it's on a block. And then hands come behind. Can they grab your feet? Can your arms, can your hands grab your heels, the back of your feet, and just kind of massage them a little bit? Take your fingers and kind of run down the arch of your foot. Stay in your tucked position if it's available to you. Release the arms, and you're just going to press up and then come into a quadruped. So you're going to be on your palms and on your knees. We're going to do some nice cat-cows. So you're in a bit of a flat back, right? Neither cow nor cat. And then what we're going to do is kind of drop the belly down, let the belly drop, and kind of lift the head slightly, but lifting and lengthening. Lifting and lengthening. Press the hands and knees apart. Beautiful. And now take that tailbone and start to tuck it under, and think about each vertebrae getting some extension. Slowly the head drops down. You're looking in between the knees and you're in a black cat. Slowly turn that tailbone up again. Each little vertebrae coming to the cow. And like I said, lengthen the head. Don't lift it. I want you to lengthen. Press the arms and knees apart. And now slowly tuck the tailbone again. Curling into the black cat. And then release, and you're just in a nice little Quadruped, shake the hips left and right, wag the tail of the dog back and forth. All right, we're going to lift up that right foot so the knee is still connected. I want you to look over your right shoulder and twist to look at the right foot. And then go to the left. And then to the right. And to the left. And to the right. And then put that right foot down. Left foot comes off the mat. Look over to the left. And then to the right. And to the left. And to the right. Last one to the left. And then put the foot down. Beautiful. Let's do a little thread the needle. So we're going to bend the right arm with the elbow up to the ceiling. Reach the arm up to the ceiling. And then we underneath the belly. And put that right shoulder onto the mat. Extend the left arm. Try to get that right ear down to the mat. And you sort of want to sit back a little bit, but the left arm reaches, right arm reaches, thoracic twist here. Breathe into it. I'm drawing my right shoulder away from the right ear to get the length of the neck. Spreading my fingertips, tops of my feet are on the mat. And now gently draw the left arm back to the head and reach up. Bring that right arm out. Shake it out a little bit. Shake the hips. And now we're going to do the left side. Bending the elbow up to the ceiling. Reaching the arm up to the ceiling. Find that beautiful long stretch. And then thread the needle right underneath the belly. Lay that left shoulder down. Placing the right arm nice and long. If you don't want to lay the shoulder down, you can keep it up and then press the top of the palm of the left hand into the mat. It's a bit of a there's resistance, or you lay the head down, the shoulder down. You can adjust, find what feels good to you. Breathe into it. I can stay here all day, but let's not. Draw the right arm back, palm by the eyes, press yourself up, and then shake out that left arm a little bit, shake out the hips. Beautiful. Let's pop up into a downward dog. I'm going to curl my toes under, shift the hips back into that little bear pose. And then straighten the legs into a downward dog. Whew. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to start on the left side to do a triangle on the left side. So I'm going to lift up my left leg, tall to the ceiling, point the toe. And now I'm going to draw that left leg in between the hands, stepping in between the hands. Turn the right foot out. Left foot is I'm getting wider in my stance. And then I'm going to draw myself up into my triangle. I kind of want to grab one of my blocks. So I'm grabbing one of my blocks. And then I'm opening up my arms nice and wide. And I'm going to look at this left arm with the left hand with the block in there. I'm going to reach as far as I can. Reaching, and then I'm going to put that block right by my heel, reaching that right arm up. And this is where you kind of find adjustment in your triangle. What feels good to you? I have my left hand gently on the block. It's just gentle. I'm not trying to hang and drop in. I need to use my torso and my feet to lengthen. Think about your legs rolling outward. Legs rolling outward if you want to bend that right elbow and place the
back of the palm and the small of the back, and then you kind of twist a little bit more and look up. Look up at the ceiling. Breathe. Breathing into it. Push the feet into the mat. And now release that arm back up to the ceiling. And we're going to take the left hand off the block and slowly come up into a nice little V. Whew. I got to adjust my hips a little bit. And I'm just kind of lengthening and strengthening in this V. And then I'm going to come to opening up. And let's do a warrior two. So feet can stay where they are. Right and left knee is going to bend. Left knee is bending. So you're trying to get that left knee over the ankle. Hold it right here. If this feels good to you, hang here. We call this also the goddess pose, where you're just kind of sitting. I sometimes bend my right knee a little bit too and sit a little bit further in this goddess pose. Maybe I draw my arms back a little bit. And then I'm going to take my left hand, place it on the left knee, and reach that right arm over. Some people like it right over the ear. That kind of feels good today to me. Pushing my feet into the mat. This is a little bit of a series right here. Pushing the feet, reaching the arm. And now can you rotate that right arm down to the mat? Turn the right foot towards the left foot. Coming into a runner's stretch. Again, grab your blocks if that feels good to you. I'm going to grab both my blocks, put them on the medium height, and I can push into the mat with my feet. Left foot, I'm pushing into the mat. I'm trying to be strong, but I'm also getting a nice opening in my psoas on the right side. Beautiful. And now we're just going to put the hands back to the mat and kick that left leg back to the right leg, downward dog. We're going to chaturanga to wipe everything, wash everything out, whatever you want to say, rinse it. Inhale to a plank pose. Exhale to a push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. I think I want to do a second set there. Inhale to a plank. Exhale to a push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Walk the hands and feet together in the center of your mat. And let's roll on up. One vertebrae at a time. Whew. All right. Shake it out a little bit. We're going to do that whole series now on the right side. So I'm going to start at the back of my mat, reaching my arms up to the ceiling. Roll on down. Walk the hands out into a downward dog. Find your dog on the mat. Pressing the chest towards the knees. This is where we lift that right leg up to the ceiling, nice and long. Press the chest back. And now bring that right leg in between the hands. Turn the left foot out. I'm looking for my block. Turning the left foot out. Press yourself up to standing. Right foot is forward, left foot is turned out. That left heel tries to be in the center of the right. No, right heel is in the center of the left foot. Arms are nice and long. Right leg is long, left leg. reaching with that right arm until you can't anymore. You could have your block in your hand also. Come down, place the hand gentle on the block, and then lifting that left arm up to the ceiling, finding your triangle. I love doing downward dog, child's pose, triangle. These are all really good kind of staple top 10 yoga poses. Runner stretch, three-legged dog. Woo. Holding it here, finding your balance, pushing the legs into the mat, lengthening, rotating those thighs outward, breathing, enjoying. Bend that left elbow, place the back of the hand in the small of the back. Maybe twist yourself a little bit more, looking up at the ceiling, opening up that left shoulder, if it's available to you. Whew. And now I'm going to reach that hand back up, and I'm going to press both legs into the mat to try to come up to standing. Have the arms in a bit of a V. In a V, push legs into the mat. Lengthen, lengthen. You're in this beautiful V with the arms. You're reaching, but I don't want your shoulders squeezing up. I want you to reach with the spine. And now let's open up into warrior two, bending the right knee. Feels a little bit easier on the right side than the left side. That's why we always have to do both sides. And now when it feels good, bend that right elbow, place it on the right knee, palm faces up, reach the left arm over. Again, if you want to be right over the ear, or you can be kind of in an angle with that arm, your choice, yogi's choice. Sit a little further down. Both feet are very connected to the mat. Beautiful, warrior two. And now pinwheel, left arm down, right arm down, and do your little runner stretch on the right side. Maybe the hands are on the mat, maybe they're on blocks. Breathe into it. Gazing beyond the mat, pushing that left heel back. Find the stretch. Find the stretch, lengthen. And now right leg comes back to left leg. Let's do a beautiful little chaturanga here. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, I'm just going to drop my knees down into this push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Breathing, lengthening, downward dog. We've done quite a few of them today, and it feels pretty darn good. I'm feeling like my hamstrings are getting longer. My spine is longer. My arms feel stronger. Let's do a pigeon. So your choice, you can either bend the right knee into the chest, or you can scoop that right leg high up to the ceiling. Either way, hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring that right knee to the right wrist. Pigeon on the right side. Lengthen that left leg nice and long. And we're in this lovely pigeon. Sometimes people like to bend the left knee, the leg that's lengthened, and kind of grab it on the inside. That feels good. It's a nice quadricep stretch. Opening up the left shoulder. You can kind of press into that left arm with the leg too and try to face forward. Woo. And then we're just going to release that leg down to the mat and then come down onto the mat. Make a nice little pillow with your hands and put your forehead on the hands. Find your pigeon all the way down. I sometimes like to rock a little bit side to side. Hip is, glutes can be tight. Press yourself up. We're going to do a seated twist, drawing the left leg around the right leg. Again, a series. Sitting up nice and tall. And if this doesn't work, this left leg can be right in front of the shin over here. Otherwise, we're twisting. And then we take this left hand behind, the right arm reaches up, and we just do a nice gentle twist to our left and find that spine nice and tall, reaching, turning the head over the left, and then turn the head over the right, and again to the left, and then to the right. And then release the arms, twist, left hand on that left ankle. Look over the right shoulder, look over the left shoulder, and to the right, and back to center, untwist both legs, and we are going to roll like a little ball, kind of massage. Maybe 3 or 4, rolling like a ball. Beautiful. And now I'm just going to start that whole series again. I'm on a quadruped, hands will be out in front. And I'm going to lift my knees off and come into downward dog. Beautiful. In a nice little downward dog. So the left leg goes nice and long to the ceiling, or the left knee comes into the chest. It's your choice, yogi's choice. And we're just going to draw in and reach it up. And then we're going to draw in, and the left knee goes to the left wrist into pigeon. Right leg extends nice and long. Find your pigeon, find what feels good. You know, there's always contradictory on yoga poses, what you should or shouldn't do. I just say, do what feels good to you. Okay, what feels good to you? If you like moving around a little bit, fine. If you want to stay and kind of breathe into it and find that stretch, go right ahead. Yogi's choice. I'm going to bend my right knee, see if I can get a quadricep stretch in here, see if I can grab. It's tight, but I can grab it. And I'm just going to kind of like push in, push that right, not push, push away from me, the right foot away from me, which helps to kind of open up my right shoulder a little bit. And I look back, but then I'm going to look forward, and I'm going to try to correct and get my shoulders in alignment as I push back. And here's where we have a little bit of static, stretching and breathing, opening. I can feel this in my hip. Feeling really good. And then I'm just gently going to release that leg, come down to your pigeon, make a nice pillow, maybe use a block. Lengthen the top of the right leg is long. You might want to shift the left hip back a little bit. Ooh, I think you can hear me breathing deeply. Your breath facilitates movement. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. It feels good to lengthen and strengthen, release. Whew. And now slowly come on up.
Seated twist, draw that right leg around the left. If it's available to you, sit up nice and tall, grabbing the right shin with both hands, sitting up nice and tall. Woo. And now my right hand goes behind the back, left arm reaches up, and then I'm just going to twist and then place that left hand on the outside. And really, you can kind of use it as a lever to get that thoracic twist. Breathe as loudly as you want. Again, it's your yoga class. And then turning the head, looking over that left shoulder, and then look over the right shoulder and the left shoulder. And now release the arms. Can you put the right hand on the right ankle, left hand behind the back? Use it, use your fingertips. Use it as like an easel, looking over the left shoulder and then the right and the left and the right. Woo! Beautiful. And now we're just going to untwist. Lengthen those legs out in front. And we're going to do a little bit of Pilates. We don't need a prop. So we're just going to do a little bit of Pilates here. And we're going to start off with, it's kind of a tough exercise. I haven't done it in a while. We're just going to play with it. We'll do 8 reps, okay? So you're going to roll down. I've got my knees bent, and I'm just going to kind of roll down. And then I'm bringing my knees up, and I've got my legs in a V, and I've got my toes pointed. My hands are grabbing onto the ankles, the shins, wherever you can kind of, and if you need to bend your legs, that's okay too. We're going to get a little momentum, so we roll up, and you kind of hold on. So this is all, they're rockers. They're called rockers. Ooh, come on up and get up there. Here we go. That's 1. And 2. This is a lot of balance. And 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. It's abdominal work. 8. Woo! Roll on down, bend those knees. Super fun. All right, we're going to do some flat back bridging. So you're on your back, your knees are bent. The feet are not super close, but they're not too far from your hips. You're going to inhale, exhale, raise the hips up. And you've got this long, nice back, and you're just going to tap down 1 and raise up. Here's 2 and raise up. Squeeze the glutes. 3 and up. 4 and up. 5 up. 6 up. 7 up. 8 up. Beautiful. Come on down. If you want to put your feet on the edges of the mat and like just do a couple windshield wipers to sort of stretch out the hips, go right ahead. Basic Pilates movements. And now draw the feet back, hip width apart. Knees are bent. And the arms are going to go up to the ceiling. And you're going to draw the right knee in, and you're going to lift that left leg, and it's going to be pointed out. It doesn't have to be super low, and if it's hurting your lower back, you bring it up to the top. But all we're doing is these are changing kicks. So you inhale, exhale, roll up, and you kind of grab the side of the leg that's bent, and then you switch. Okay, and here's 2. And switch. 3 and switch. 4, switch. 5, switch. Lengthen those legs, curl up a little bit more. And 7, 8, bend the knees in and come on down with the head and your chest as much as you can. Next exercise is, these are leg lifts in a bridge. So you're back to on, your knees are bent. And we're going to inhale, exhale, lifting to a bridge. And then right leg comes up and down. Left leg and down. Knee is bent. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Arms are long and you're pressing your arms into the mat. Keeps you steady. 6, 6. Try not to drop the pelvis. 7, 7, 8, 8, and then hips come down. Again, you can do some windshield wipers, bend the knees into the chest, whatever feels good to you. Now we're going to do that same exercise as the one before, but this time we're going to rotate. So we're going to have our hands behind the head, clasp, elbows nice in your peripheral, okay? And the right knee comes up, left knee comes up, but now extend that left knee long. Inhale, exhale, roll up, and I want you to twist to the right, and then switch, twist to the left. And here's 2, and 3. Try to lengthen that neck. Don't curl it so much. Look up kind of at the ceiling. And here's 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. Center and roll down. Draw the knees into the chest, rock side to side. These are nice little basic Pilates moves. And we're going to roll over onto our belly, and we're going to do these beautiful little upward up dogs, but they're kind of, it's a tricep bicep move, also lengthening the spine. So you're in a Sphinx pose. Arms are right, elbows bent, and you're going to come down where your forehead is on the mat, and then you want to bring your arms in as close as you can. Don't squeeze those shoulders up by your ears, draw them back, and you're just going to press up and come back down. Press up 2 and back down. 3 and back down. Just really feel the forearm into the mat when you press up. 5. Legs are long and pointed. 6, 7, and 8. Come on down. Can you reach that left arm away and then draw the right knee towards you? Nice little quadricep stretch here. Heel comes to the right buttocks. Left arm reaches long. Release and switch. Right arm long, left knee bends. Reach back. Grab the left foot and find your quadricep stretch. Pelvis kind of pushes into the mat. Breathe into it. This was just a nice little stretch in between our exercises. We just have a couple more. And this next one is leg kicking. No arm movement. So you're on the belly. Hands are right. You can make a pillow, or your hands can be next to your eyes with the forehead on the mat. Legs are nice and long, and I'm going to count to 20. So we're going to start kicking. So lift the right leg, left leg off and kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay with me. 10, 9, 8. Long legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put them down. Sometimes I have a tendency to go into my lower back to kick, and I have to remember to really extend and use my whole leg when I'm kicking, not just the upper part of my leg. All right. Roll over on your right side and come on up, and we're going to do foundational roll downs and rolling up. And then that's it, I believe, for class. Although we went through these quite quickly. Oh, wait a minute. I have 2 more exercises besides this. All right, so we're good. We're good. All right. I'm sitting up nice and tall, my arms out in front, shifting a little forward, and then you're rolling down chin to chest, 1 vertebrae at a time. Reach those arms above the head. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Here's 1. And then roll down. I like to hinge forward to really get that good stretch. Inhale. Exhale, roll up 2, chin to chest. There's no way you can roll up without a chin to chest. Rolling down, chin to chest. Inhale. And here's 3. Rolling down 4. Reaching the arms above. Exhaling, rolling up. And here's 5. And 6. Oh, yeah. And 7. Last one, 8. Rolling on down. Inhale, exhale, rolling up. Hinge forward, find this nice flat back with a stretch forward, hinging at the hips. Next exercise. Woo. Arm circles on our belly. So we're rolling, we're laying on our belly. The feet are in a nice V. Our arms are going to be out in front. And you're going to lift and draw the arms here, all the way to the back, and then reach out and come down. Lift up, circle, and reach up and come down. 3, 4, 5, 6. Really lift up when you reach the arms behind you and then come back down. 7, 8. Woo! Arc the hips side to side. Press on up. That was killer. That was killer. All right, last exercise. It's just some oblique work. So come sitting on your tushy. Knees are bent. And they're kind of hip width apart. Sit up nice and tall. You can use your shins to pull yourself up. The arms are going to be right here. You're going to lean back and reach that right arm, tap, and then you're going to close the door. Reach back to the left side, tap, and then close the door. Here we go. 2, and close the door, and 2, and close the door. 3, and 3, 4, and 4. Think of all your small little muscles getting super strong and tight. 5,
and 5, and they're getting long. 6, and 6, 7, and 7. This just feels really good. It's hard, but it feels good. 8, and 8. Beautiful. Great class today. Yoga and Pilates. Pilates without a prop, which is always good. So like when you're traveling, you could do this video of mine. You'll find it on YouTube. And, you don't need anything. You could use a towel. You could be out in the grass, whatever. Float your boat because you don't need any props to do yoga and Pilates. I hope you all have a good day. I will be here Saturday and next Monday and Wednesday. Have a great day.